Welcome back to Local 4 Plus Live, everyone. As promised, we have some guests. Welcome. Hello. So you guys are part of an organization called Motor City Street Dance Academy in Southwest Detroit.
Yes.
You guys are doing some very, very cool things. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Matt. I go by MVG, producer tag. Grew up in Rochester. Now I'm here teaching.
Okay.
Yep.
And?
I'm Illingsworth.
Yes.
Also known to some people as Donovan. I'm also a producer, and I'm one of the beat-making instructors at the Motor City Street Dance Academy.
Okay. Now, you both have some producing experience. You've been out there and producing the mainstream. Tell us about some of the people that you've produced for.
For me, probably the most noteworthy thing I would have so far is I just got my first major label placement in July of last year on this song called Red by this vocalist named IDK. It has J Electronica, MF Doom,
Okay.
West Side Gun on it. Some rappers that some of the people out there might know.
Well, J Electronica, MF Doom, that's who I'm familiar with. If you don't know, look them up. Get yourselves acquainted. But let's talk about the mission of the Motor City Street Dance Academy in Southwest Detroit. What is the mission of the organization?
Basically, we're just out here, providing access and, some new technology that kids may or may not be familiar with. But I know ourselves, we're always like, dang, like we wish we had this when we were kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just to get that creative outlet, and that's our biggest thing is we engage the kids, have fun, and then it usually leads to some sort of mental thought process, that we work out with them. And whether or not we talk about it, it's just like having that safe space, having that access and like feeling like you have somewhere to be.
I agree. That's super important. Now, I checked out your website and I did notice that I felt like pretty much every element of hip hop was included, right?
Yes.
So there's some essential pillars, right? MCing or rapping. An MC is like, yes, a mistress of ceremonies in a formal sense, but an MC is what a rapper really is, right?
Yeah.
That's number one. I love how you call graffiti aerosol art. Nice play on words. Who came up with that?
That was not me.
Okay.
I'm more with the beat making, but
okay, because I was like, okay, that's a
though.
nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes graffiti or street art got a very negative connotation,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So when I saw that play on words, I was like, this is a good way to put it, to kind of reframe the way that people look at it.
Yeah.
And alliteration is always the way to go.
Always, right? And then we've got b-boying or b-girling, which is breakdancing, which is also included,
Yes.
and DJing. So DJs, historically in hip hop, were also the beat makers, right? And they were the main person. It was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, right? They were kind of like the central to it. Did you guys do that on purpose to try to get all the elements of the culture into this program?
I can't speak on like how it started because I just came in in the last 2 years. But Mav, the owner, shout out to Mav One. Basically, he started in Clark Park. You know what I mean? They didn't have they were just in the park, dancing, and that's kind of how the story unfolds. Is like one after another. We're just like authentically like coming around and just adding to the space. So we generally just kind of have people come through. You know what I mean? We're not really like particularly planning anything.
Right.
We're just like, yo, we're here doing this. Like, if you really like it, come through.
I like that. And it does kind of develop organically, right?
Yeah.
It's part of it that all the elements do go together, so eventually one of the elements is going to show up.
Tati,
which
look
is great.
at this.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at this kid.
What is oh my God. Oh my
I just wanted
God.
to make sure you saw that.
Yeah.
I love everything about that. So I'll tell you one of my secret dreams, which I don't know if this is ever going to happen at this point in my life, but.
I don't think it's a secret because I went on your website.
Did you? Oh no, so you know what it is.
Is it breakdancing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
That comes from, so I used to go to the rock studies and I used to be like, I want to do that, but I gotta have 2 left feet. So you know the secret. The secret is out. The secret is out. So I wish it was something like that for me too.
Well, no, you can come through. I know how you feel though. I see some of the kids doing some of those acrobatic moves, and I feel inspired. But I'm like, I'll snap my neck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I have respect for anybody who is a dancer, right? Yeah. So this past weekend, the Alvin Ailey Dance Academy was here in Detroit, and I went to that show. I was like, cool. Are y'all okay? Like, the way their bodies are contorted, it's magic, it's art. But at the same time, you know, you look at us and we're like, okay, you didn't pull a muscle. This is a good thing, and it was beautiful.
Well,
so,
it takes time to get there, too.
Exactly.
You know, that's something huge, too, at the studio, that we're not like, all right, like, where's the album? It's your first day. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
We're very like, hey, pick 2 sounds.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Start there, build there. You know what I mean?
And if you're like young, that kid who looked like maybe they were 4 or 5 years old, by the time that kid is 15, they're going to be
traveling the world,
reckoned with. Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, so let's get into and talk about the different classes that you guys offer. I've got dance, production, a little bit of everything. So let's start with the production. So here we've got a beat machine.
Yes.
Is this what you're teaching the kids on?
I personally do. I mean, our philosophy is whatever you're using, we can adapt. You know, all of these machines kind of do the same thing. They have like similar functions, you know what I mean? So we kind of go off of that, and then through that, just whatever they gravitate to, you know what I mean? So this in particular is the Akai MPC Live 2, and I just been using it because I went on the road and I was using like a laptop and you know, a looper and like all these things, and I'm plugging in, and I look over at my homie, you know, he's plugging in for the show, and he's just like, 2 chords.
One thing.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? So I just gravitated to that myself because I was more on the go. You know what I mean? But I also have like a home setup. And
so explain to everyone what this does for people who are unfamiliar.
Basically, it's just, you know, you can put in any audio that you want into these pads. And there's a similar app too that we have here called Koala. Shout out to Koala, they're amazing community. And so you can load in any kind of sounds, and through that, just kind of stack and sequence sounds into a song, maybe make like a chorus, verse, you know, kind of structure it, you know.
Okay.
You can manipulate all those sounds individually as well. That's another fun part about making beats.
Now, do you need a laptop connected to this to work with the different elements? All right here.
Nope.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, same with the app too.
As you're talking about it, I'm imagining it like video editing, right? So if I have like my audio track and my video track, I can manipulate those, but I have to be in Premiere, which is what I use. So interesting. So the kids are getting some real, you know, hands-on experience on how to physically actually do it, which is cool.
And these are the same tools that people use in like big studios. So like learning the foundational aspects on these tools can take you wherever you want to go.
Nice. Very, very, very nice. So you talked about wanting to create, well, let's talk about the breakdancing. I want to get to all of the classes. I'm a little partial, what can I say? So let's talk about the dance classes and what you guys have there for the kids.
Yeah, so right now we have breaking, JIT, popping class going on Monday through Wednesdays. Our schedule is going to change starting April. We're going to be open Monday through Thursday. Probably add another dance class, but yeah, we do breaking 2 times a week. We got open sessions Tuesdays and Thursdays. If y'all want to practice, just pull up to the spot, you know what I mean?
I love this, and it's a space for them to just get together.
Yeah, those
are
are
from your Instagram.
popping class led by Tony. Shout out to Tony.
Doing work.
Yeah.
So is this super competitive? Are they competitive? Like, because part of breakdancing is also has a super highly competitive nature to it.
Not in the open sessions. Okay. I mean, unless you're calling somebody out, then you know,
whatever can happen.
I usually just stand back.
Off.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we have battles. We actually have a Red Bull event going on this Saturday.
Okay.
It's at All Styles, so definitely pull up to that too.
Okay.
Yep.
I follow the Red Bull dance account on Instagram. I had no idea that they were doing something in Detroit.
Yep.
they
Yeah,
go
that's
Nice.
that's
all
an
the time.
official qualifier for the next event.
Oh, so it's a qualifier for the one that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
Yep.
nice. Come on, Detroit. Now I'm hype. You guys have to represent for the D. I want to see some dancers from Detroit on my Instagram feed. This
Yeah.
is very cool. Now, usually programs like this, obviously, they offer kids some special skills. They create that safe space that you mentioned. But it's also oftentimes about developing character and discipline. Is that part of what you guys are doing?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it definitely comes out. You know, it's funny because once you hit a roadblock in creativity, that kind of like brings out all the thoughts that you're kind of holding back. So usually through that manner, you know, you can engage someone and maybe something that they consider difficult and kind of give them a reframe, or, you know, just help them work through whatever is going on, you know. And I think that builds discipline, you know, when you call things in the open that, you know, maybe you're not used to,
Right.
you know, being around people and stuff, that you'll pick up the energy in the studio, you know what I mean? For
It's
sure.
very, very supportive in that place. That's very-
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have other people around you who support you as well,
Oh yeah.
which is very cool. Now, talk to us about your connection with Allied Media.
Oh yeah, AMP is our subsidiary, so you know they help us out with all our logistics. You know they manage us.
Nice.
Yeah, we can do without them. Yeah.
So now, what if people wanted their kids to come, take part in the programs, and even support the program? How do they connect with you guys?
Through our website, mainly through Instagram. We're probably the most responsive at the moment. That's something that we're continuing to grow and develop with. But yeah, our website, we accept donations in any kind of forms. I've had people give us equipment, you know, their time, their energy.
Nice.
You know, there's many forms to give. You know,
You can
for
just
real.
drop in too if you're
Yeah.
interested in checking out what they have to offer.
Yeah,
Just come to the space.
Yep, it's $15 to drop in, and then $40 a month. You can take as many or as little classes as you want,
Very cool.
and that includes art classes too. We have going on, our music, our dance.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for being
Oh,
here.
thank
This
you
is
for having
great.
us.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys. We'll be back with more Local 4 Plus Live in just a minute.